Hey, what's up everyone? So, back in the day, that's what we're going to talk about. Little story from back in the day. This is not too long ago, and this has to do with bodybuilding. So, we're going to talk about the year 2004, and I was done with bodybuilding. Done. Retired. Fuck bodybuilding. Want nothing to do with it, right? And I'm sure you guys have been there. You know, for me, it was a love-hate. You know, basically love-hate relationship where I love competing, but then I fucking hate it at the same time, you know, back and forth. And, you know, 2004, I was done, you know, had nothing to do with bodybuilding, didn't read the magazines, didn't go to the, you know, the different websites I used to go to, the chat rooms, you know, just was totally out, didn't associate with any bodybuilders from the gym or, you know, just try to stay the fuck away, just like, I'm done, I need to stay away from bodybuilding. I was done. And so I'm walking through Ralph's at, you know, probably 11 o'clock at night, grocery shopping, and I'm walking down the aisle, and a Muscle Development magazine is right there, just catches my eye. And I saw it, and I was like, and something made me pick that motherfucker up. You know, I just started looking through it, and I'm gonna tell you, man, from there, I spent probably 40 minutes looking through that magazine. Then I went home. What did I do? Went right to the chat rooms, went right to fucking RX Muscle Development, you know, started reading a bunch of shit. And it just so happened that the Nationals was in 30 days, all right? So I'm sitting here and I'm looking at, you know, everyone's talking about it, and they're talking about the favorite guys getting ready for the Nationals, and I'm looking at the pictures, and of course, you know, I'm sure you guys have all been there. I'm like, oh, fuck, I could smoke that guy. Oh, my God, I could destroy. Oh, my God, I could win this show so easy. Right? That's what's going on in my head. So, trust me, I'm sure a lot of you out there been there. Been seeing that and been thinking that way. And, you know, whether I was crazy or whether, you know, that was the truth or whatever it was, that's what was going on in my head. And, you know, after about 2 hours of spending on those chat rooms, you know, reading all this information, looking at these pictures and thinking about it, next thing you know, I'm gonna fucking do the Nationals, right? I have 30 fucking days. I haven't been on a cycle. I haven't been training like a bodybuilder, thinking like a bodybuilder, eating like a bodybuilder. I was just not a bodybuilder. You know, I was done. And I had been off the stuff for probably, I would say about 6 months. And all of a sudden I had to compete. Just out of nowhere, boom, just like that. And the worst of it is I'm gonna do a show that's in 30 days. I'm gonna spend 30 days getting ready for the fucking Nationals, which is, you know, a fucking tough ass show. You know, you gotta that's like a year ahead of time planning. You know, I'm gonna do the Nationals a year from now, and you start, you know, fucking preparing and getting ready, and, you know, and so I basically did Tren and Winstrol. And I did 1.5 cc's of each every single day for 30 days. That was it. I had no Proviron, no Arimidex, no tests, no like nothing. Like that was it. 1.5 cc's of Tren, and it was Tren acetate, and 1.5 cc's of Winstrol. And I did that shit every single day for 30 days. And I just started dieting, and I just started training hard. I started doing cardio, and I was doing maybe 30 minutes of the bike a day, and I was training maybe 2 hours a day with weights. And I was, you know, and that was my cycle. And it just goes to show how fucking addicted I was to fucking competing. Like, I was out of my fucking mind, you know, and all it took was me simply walking through the fucking grocery store, seeing the fucking magazine. Next thing you know, I'm getting ready for the fucking Nationals the next day. What the fuck? And 30 days, I have 30 days to get ready, and just fucking stupidity. And you know, I have to say, I fucking worked my ass off, and I did everything I could with what I had. And you know, and within 30 days of fucking getting ready, and the Nationals was out of the state. I don't remember where it was, but I remember I had to book a flight, I had to book a hotel, I had to fly the fuck there. It was just a fucking nightmare, pain in the ass. You know, and that's how those national shows are. You spend so much fucking money. And, you know, I didn't spend hardly any time on my posing routine. You know, I didn't really spend that much time practicing my posing. And, you know, like I said, I had 30 fucking days. That's fucking stupid. And I ended up placing 6th, which I have to say was fucking, looking back, that was pretty fucking amazing that I fucking placed 6th, to be honest. You know, spending 30 days getting ready, and the fucking cycle was just pitiful. And, you know, at the time, that's all I had. That's all I had access to, and I thought that would be plenty. And, you know, call me fucking crazy, but I thought I was going to go in that show and fucking sweep the fucking class and win the overall and turn pro without a fucking doubt. Like, no fucking problem. You know, I was going to fucking destroy everyone. That's seriously what was in my head. And, you know, fuck, that's how fucking crazy I was. You know, fucking obsessed. So I just thought that's a pretty funny story. And it's a crazy fucking story. And it just goes to show, you know, it's an example of how fucking obsessed I was with the whole fucking sport. And, you know, and how crazy it made me. You know, I thought I was going to go in and prepare for 30 days and fucking win the overall, turn pro, and, you know, go on with my fucking bodybuilding career that I was done and retired. And, you know, all it took was a fucking stroll down the wrong motherfucking aisle in the grocery store. If I had went down a different aisle, none of that shit would have happened. I would have never fucking went back. I would have never fucking did that show. So it goes to show, just fucking deciding to go down that particular aisle at the grocery store, look what the fuck it caused. So anyway, guys, bodybuilding was an addiction for me, and it was hard as fuck to break away from competing. Hard as fuck. And, you know, the lesson here is that you either do it or you don't do it. And if you're gonna do it, then you fucking do it, and you go 100%, and you keep going until you get that pro card. You do not you don't have a second thought. You don't second guess yourself. You don't quit and then come back and then, you know, no, it's 100% because the way that sport works is you have to give it your all, and you have to be in it 100%, or you're not going to turn pro. You know, you're not going to be successful because it's a fucking tough sport, and there's a lot of stiff competition. And, you know, the lesson learned is, you know, you're either 100% or you're fucking nothing. You're either in it or you're not. And, you know, I was constantly, you know, just fucking half-assed because, you know, part of me wanted it and part of me didn't want it. It was a love-hate. And so, you know, my advice to everyone out there is, you know, you either, if you make that decision that you want to be a bodybuilder, you want to turn pro, and you want to make a fucking living off it, then you need to go 100% and keep fucking going. You know, no second thoughts. You know, if you're competing on the national level, then you need to compete in the USAs, the Nationals, and the North Americans every fucking year until you get that pro card. You know, you can't compete in the USAs and then go away, take 2 years off, and then come back and do the USAs again. It doesn't work that way. You know, you're gonna start all the way back at the fucking bottom and work your way back up. You know, there's a lot of politics. It's a name game. You know, you have to, you know, the judges get to know you, they get to see your physique, and there's a lot of other shit involved. And you're not going to go in the national show your first time and win that shit. You know, it's going to take a couple times, and, you know, a lot of times, you know, you gotta pay your dues. So if you decide that's the fucking road you want to take, then you need to fucking take that road and 100%. Anyway, that's the lesson learned on this story. And don't make the same mistake I made. You know, either you're in it or you're not.